Welcome back to another episode of From Our Mind to Yours. I'm your host, Destiny.
I'm D'Angelo.
And this episode, we're going to get straight into it. On this episode, we want to talk about,
Yeah.
I was just looking a little funky because I'm leaning on it.
The way you're laying on it.
Yeah, but it's okay.
That's why the pillow's so messed up.
I heard someone talk about earlier on this app this human design app that I use. She was talking about how when it comes to reality and manifesting things into your reality, curating it, creating your reality, it would be beneficial of us to start viewing that process less as some type of just magic happening in our lives.
Or
Because go ahead.
Sorry, just to add, what other people like to call it coincidences, or that was just luck, stuff like that. That's the magic part she's talking about.
That it would benefit us to start viewing that process as something very mechanical, very scientific, very much so real. Because a lot of people like to chalk things up to like he was saying, coincidences, or calling things very woo-woo, or this just, it was just a magical miracle that happened for me, when miracles are not random. They're not just things that just happen to people sometimes. Miracles are the accumulation of specific choices that you have made along that path that compounded into a miracle. And I thought that was a really good reminder. Well, I guess kind of reminder for me, but for anybody that did not understand it that way, I wanted to talk about that because I think it's hard for some people that don't believe in spirituality, I guess, or think that it's just a hoax, or, just another way to control people. I think that viewing it this way will actually really help other people regain control of their lives and start proactively participating in it, because there's a scientific way that it gets broken down in real life proof that you can see that this is exactly how it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because your thoughts and your feelings have to match for an experience to materialize in this world. Meaning, going back to when she was talking about miracles, the only reason people think of miracles as miracles in the way that they happen as magic and stuff like that is because certain experiences being miracles reside at a certain frequency. And that is another way for the universe to tell you you've made it to this frequency, and for you viewed it as a miracle, but it wasn't. The universe said, you're here now. Let me give you back the frequency that you're at and what seems like a miracle to you as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, sorry, what was I saying? What were we talking about before that? And you gave me that look.
Well, because you said that the feeling has to match
your thought.
Your thought.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily have to. You can feel a certain feeling, but still manifest something that would cause you to feel happy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's a thought that comes behind that too.
I think your beliefs and your thoughts need to be the same, not your emotions and your thoughts.
Well, you can believe a thought to be true, but it doesn't have to manifest in your reality.
I think we might be talking about two separate things. I think what I'm thinking of is like, you can actively, like in the moment, be sad about something, but still be manifesting and attracting something amazing into your reality.
More positive, because your frequency is at a different level than how you feel at the moment.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of tricky.
It's a little tricky, yeah, because it's a complex belief at the same time is also very simple. So in the process of us believing the way that we think and feel, it seemed very complex. It seemed very hard to obtain. For me, even the belief of it, like thinking that just thought alone and emotions can just create everything in front of us, the what we see, what we feel, what we experience. But
I don't think that means anything if you believe that deep down you believe that you're not really worthy of it.
exactly.
You can think that you want to live this life. You can feel like, oh, I want that so badly. But if deep down you, for some reason in your subconscious, somewhere along your life, you chose to believe that you're not worthy of X, Y, or Z, it doesn't matter how hard you try and make yourself think and be in that reality.
Exactly, because you can think it and believe it for everybody else around you and people that aren't even around you, and you'll see that. You will see it work for everyone around you. The universe will show you what you thought came true in other people's experiences because you didn't believe that you were worthy of it, that you were at the frequency of what that was. Sorry,
I know sometimes like when I'm trying to think about how I want to explain something while actively trying to explain it, I don't know if it actually makes sense coming out.
Yeah.
To somebody receiving what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The mechanical part of what she's talking about in manifesting these things for yourself, like she said, you have to truly believe that you are worthy and capable of those things. You have to trust in yourself 1,000%, and you have to be in that identity of someone who has these things already manifested before they're even there.
And you know how you begin to build that trust in yourself and that confidence and that belief that you are this person that experiences these things in your reality is, like I said in the beginning, it's in the details of your day-to-day life, in the parts that seem boring, the parts that seem repetitive. Those are the building blocks of the foundation of your confidence, of your core belief systems. You can't just think your way into being somebody that believes they are worthy of, living a financially abundant life with no money problems, all the money you could ever need. You can't just think your way into being that. You have to actually take tangible steps in your every day-to-day life repetitively over and over and over again until one day you just are that person. You believe deep down because you have physical evidence of yourself doing it every single day, and that creates that core belief that, okay, I am somebody that experiences, limitless abundance, or that can, it's more specifically somebody that can afford to purchase whatever they want whenever they want to, or, gift their family member whatever they want whenever they want to. If you practice those types of things every day, like I said, that builds that confidence. You can't That's where I feel like it's very helpful for the conversation to be turned towards less magical and more scientific and mechanical, because it very simply is that way. And it gives people, I feel like it kind of takes a little bit of the excitement away, which sounds crazy, but I think in the beginning, yes, you get excited about starting something new, building a new habit, but that excitement slowly starts to fade away as you're doing it day in and day out. And I think when you think of it as more of something like a machine that you're just working and practicing over and over and over, as opposed to you're doing some magical transformation within yourself, I feel like it kind of I mean, at least for me personally, this makes sense in my head that taking that excitement away allows me to continue to do it every single day because I'm not just getting that high of it being something new and exciting. I don't know if that made much sense.
You basically don't stay in the magic.
I think it's not healthy to only rely on that. Just like a lot of people say, like, oh, how do people stay motivated? They don't. In the beginning, it is very exciting. That excitement does motivate you starting something new. But that is going to go away. And it's not going to last. You know, it's just the nature of starting something new. Yeah, you it's not that like you'll never enjoy the things that you're doing and the habits that you're trying to build. It's just more so the initial start of beginning it. It's going to be much more exciting than 3 weeks down the road. You're not as excited about something new anymore. Maybe this only works for people with ADHD. I don't know. Because I have that. So, I mean, I can only share what makes sense to me. But
I think kind of like towards the tangible steps she's talking about is like for financial abundance, right? In spirituality, they say the more you spend, the more you receive, the more you release into the flow, the currency will flow back to you, right? In your everyday, your present moment could be, like she said, you want to be able to give people this. You slowly but surely and very repetitively give. Give $5 here, give $5 there, $10 here, $20 there. I mean, the more you release that flow of currency, the more will come in, the more that will multiply back to you. And at that point, it's not exciting anymore after you've given 1,000 people $5 or you've received $50,000.
It's normal.
It's normal. Here, there. I mean, the deposits into your account are more frequent, more in quantity, in ways that don't excite you anymore because you have practiced your manifestations. Your manifestations are coming in different new ways, but the flow has been the same. You've received. You've given, you've received. Different ways, different amounts, different experiences, but you've developed that personality. You've made you in this material world as somebody who is financially abundant and able to give and receive equally anytime, every time, because of how much you've practiced it.
And you know what's interesting about that? Some people do that process and it'll still end up like, why is money not flowing my way? I've been giving all of this. I've been doing what you said and it's not working. To me, what I'm understanding from, you know, if somebody were to say that to me,
the emotion behind
you don't truly believe that you releasing this money and helping people and spreading this actually in turn helps money flow back to you. Because if you did, like we said, it's very simple. It's going to be this way every single time. If you did, that's what you will experience in your reality. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So clearly, you went into this thinking, if I do this, the money has to come back to me, right? But the intention wasn't actually to just let money flow freely and allow it to flow back to you. The intention that person would have had was trying to control these outcomes. If I do this, the money has to come this way.
Yeah.
In that, you're not actually allowing the money to freely flow. Well, you're trying. Do you get? I feel like I'm missing some specific detail maybe to make it make sense.
I think it absolutely makes sense. In different ways, you can kind of express the way people feel. In that same instance, is some people think if I give money, I better get money back. I'm deserving of this money. This money needs to come back to me because I and gave it away. And if I gave it away and it didn't come back, then that's mine and I want it back. You know,
and that's still having some kind of attachment to it. That's not actually letting it freely flow and trusting and believing it will flow back to you.
Love and gratitude is what is the engine that drives our manifestations. So if you're grateful that you are able to give money freely to somebody else with no attachment to it, the universe will give you that same gratitude back, that same love back. But the other thoughts and emotions behind that will drive the universe to reward you in a different way.
Authenticity is also up there with love and gratitude, because that specifically, and I know you thought of that. I just wanted to
Authenticity is more important than the other two.
But I wanted to specifically say that part because I feel like that was the detail I was missing.
Authenticity.
I think if you are being authentically, there we go. Sorry, I said authenticity and then I had to switch it up to authentically. Yeah. Like he was saying, authenticity is up there too, the driving force of creating your reality through manifestation. That person, if they were being authentic to themselves, and that person would have to be someone that authentically wants to give and freely share and spread the flow of their abundance.
Yeah.
And the person that maybe wasn't getting that money in return and was upset about it, saying this didn't work, I did what you said, wasn't being authentic. They were not being authentic because they weren't actually trying to help other people and freely spread money and allow it to flow. They were trying to get more money out of it. They weren't just trying to allow it to flow. They wanted more money out of it.
Yeah, almost like trying to monetize spirituality. Like, okay, since spirituality says if I give money out, I'm supposed to get more back in return. Well, shit, I'm going to go give out as much money as I can, and I'm going to triple my profits, if that's what the universe says.
And that's not authentic. And you can, God, the universe knows who you are authentically. You can't trick that.
Exactly.
And you see that in those instances, like the example we keep referring to. That person was not being authentically themselves. They were trying to be something else that they are not, thinking that they were going to gain something out of it.
Exactly. There's no hiding. Energetically, there's no hiding who you are to Source, God, the universe, however you guys want to call it.
You could trick some of these dumb people, but...
Exactly. It literally sees through the bullshit. There's no way you can hide it because the universe, God, Source, energy, it resides at a level that's not 3D. It's not materialized. You can't see it. It's a feeling. It's a thought. It's an emotion. That's where all that energy stuff lives. So if your emotions are saying that you are a different person than you are trying to portray to the world, the universe sees through that shit. And it's going to give you back your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. It's not going to give you what you did in the 3D world. It doesn't. Like we said, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't operate that way.
And I personally believe that belief, when it comes to manifesting the reality you're choosing to experience, I believe belief, your beliefs trump everything else, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. I think truly who you believe you are and what you believe you should experience in this life trumps everything.
Above those other things?
Yeah.
Because I think they just all work together. I don't think
so. I don't think so because you can think you're an amazing person and you can work on being at peace and happy every single day. But that's not going to be what manifests, let's say, a career where you're a public speaker, and that's something that you really want to do, you have to work on your core belief of, I am somebody that can do this. I am somebody that can get up on a stage and speak and spread what I want to spread and express that to other people.
Yeah.
You can think you want to do that. You can try and, think positive thoughts and feel happy about it when you think about yourself being up there. But until you can create a foundation of belief that you are someone that does that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's why I feel like belief trumps everything. I think those things help you build a core belief.
Yeah, it's very important for sure because that's the building blocks of your authenticity. But I feel like emotions and thoughts can deter one another. Like an emotion can deter a belief can deter a thought, and a thought can deter an emotion. And they can all work.
I agree, but I think it's much harder to change a belief than it is to change a thought or an emotion.
Because beliefs are subconscious. Those are things that operate by themselves.
That's why I feel like they're not necessarily on the same level. Yes, one can change the other, but it's much harder to change a belief than it is to change your emotions.
No, you're right. Like I said, those are your building blocks for your authenticity. So it's very important. But the other two are what make your beliefs, download your beliefs. Your consciousness is what rewires your subconsciousness. Takes stuff out, puts stuff back in, deletes this, re-downloads that, whatever, whatever. You need those to build your beliefs.
Yeah.
In your subconscious system. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I it's very important. You're right, because your beliefs will be who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. But I think they're all pretty important together.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I wasn't disagreeing with what you were saying. It is very important to have a good foundation of beliefs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we really wanted to have talk about this today because I think, and I know D'Angelo agrees with this, it's more important now than ever, especially with the way the state the world is in right now. For each and every individual, not to block everything out and not pay attention to anything, but for the most part, focus on themselves and curating a reality where they are their most abundant, loving, happy selves and creating the things that they want to create. Mm-hmm. Because the more people we have doing that, the less like psychotic, scary craziness I think we would be experiencing in this world. Yeah.
And don't let the word abundance fool you, because a lot of people just precondition and automatically think abundance means financial abundance.
I mean, we thought that too at one point in time.
At one point before we've gone down the path that we have and learned the things that we have learned and adopted the beliefs that we do. Abundance is far from just financial. It's
everything.
Abundant in love and gratitude, and abundant in experiencing the things that are true to yourself.
Abundance in safety.
Abundance, of course. Mm-hmm. Abundance is in everything. Abundance can also be work in a bad way. Abundance can be negative because you can have too much of something that's not good for you. But abundance in a good way could be someone who loves to golf, and abundance for them is being able to golf multiple times a week. I'm trying to make this more practical, more materialized for people to understand how abundance can work. But that example right there, some people love to golf but don't feel like they're abundant because they don't get to do it as much as they want. Don't go many places that they want to do golf, but you can have golf abundance. You can have all types of abundance.
Golf abundance is crazy.
You're just an example there. So don't just think abundance is financial, because it's far from just that.
Well, this was great chatting with you.
Yeah, this was great. Just another how do I put this?
I don't know.
Like, I'm trying to, like, another...
You lost me.
Like, okay, along the lines of another gem dropped. But, like, trying to put that in a way, like... You see what I'm saying?
Kind of. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you next time.